Old International Scout. Alright, we are heading up to the Forest Festival Car Show here in Shelton, Washington this year, for 2025. And we'll see what we have over here as we are approaching the first part of it up here. Got bikes. T-Bird. Bikes. That interior, that teal colored interior. Looks like a GTO, I think, or a Bonneville. Le Mans convertible. Okay. Like that teal interior on it. Bel Air. Don't make stuff like that anymore. It's cool to see this old stuff still. C7 and a Myers Minx. We'll get to those eventually. Ooh. Oh, it is a Zephyr. I was gonna say, is that a Lincoln Zephyr? Nice. Oh, that's awesome. That might possibly be my favorite thing at the show right off the bat, because I like Lincolns and any Ford products, but especially Lincolns. I wonder what year this Zephyr is. I'll have to come back and get a picture of it. Oh yeah, it's got a modern intake V8 from the Lincoln Mark 8 at the time, from the late 90s. The old 32 valve intake V8 from the Lincoln Mark 8 from the 1990s. That's awesome. 1939 Lincoln Zephyr. That's awesome. C8.
That is a classic car.
Like that paint scheme. Ooh, Cybertruck. You know, I gotta get this on film. That's awesome. Good old Tesla Cybertruck. That's awesome. Ooh. Yeah, a few of these cars will come back. I'll definitely look at the Zephyr if I make my way back over here quickly enough. If not, that's okay. I'll at least got it on video anyways. We'll just get this row over here. Got these ones here. Oh, that's a Pinto. Ford Pinto. Didn't even realize that. That's cool. Oh yeah, and all the die-cast stuff too. Wagon. Look at that. You know, this stuff's right up my alley. That's cool. MG, MGMT, or MG. I can't remember what these are called. MGGT, RGGT, RGT. That's what that is.
The windows aren't doing it anymore, huh?
Red interior.
Workman 57, like the one on the end there that I'm looking at.
Oh, they got the town car over there. Or the Lincoln that was there a few years ago. Lincoln Town Coupe. Lincoln Continental Town Car Coupe. I like that Zephyr more though, because you don't see too many of those ones. Nova, Camaro, Thunderbird, Chevelle, and those two hot rods. Alright, pan around a little bit. I don't want to record too much because I've got copyrighted music in the bathroom, in the background, so try and talk as much as I can because of the music, because you know YouTube hates their copyright music these days still for whatever reason. It's a nice Raptor over there, so I'll briefly get some of this stuff on camera kind of quickly. I want to take a look at that Raptor over there. Roush Raptor. That thing's a beauty. Yeah, the old school first gen Raptor, 6.2 liter supercharged V8. That's awesome. The animatronic Raptor. Roush V8. Probably shared with the Shelbys, the GT350 or GT500. And these. I like that Ford. That's cool. Old school cloth interior. And then the El Camino. Early 70s El Camino, it looks like. Yep, 1970. Alright. Ranchero, Chevy, Lux, Coupe, Bel Air, Nova, Ford Galaxy, Square Body, LeBaron, or TC by Maserati, depending on which one. Oh, this is a TC. Yeah. Back when Chrysler obviously and Maserati are still together, but obviously owned by Stellantis nowadays. But this is they had two versions. There was the TC by Maserati, and then there was the LeBaron, which is what this car shared its platform with back in the day in the 90s. Yeah, the old Chrysler TC by Maserati. Usually most of the ones I see are LeBarons. This one's the real deal TC. Yeah. 89 TC by Maserati. Porsche Carrera GT. 911. Six-speed stick. 04. And a Mustang. that interior. I don't know how well you can see those horses, but those are cool. The wood steering wheel. That's awesome. Old Dodge coupe. Ooh, we got a split window Corvette. Just for those who are curious to see what a split window C2 Corvette has inside. There you go. Alright.
Maybe one and one.
Pan over here a little bit. Old Buick. Mustangs. $300. The 6.1 in it looks like SRT8. Custom SRT8. Oh, slightly custom anyway, since it's still the first gen of the SRT8. We got the 300 and the Charger as well in black. Yeah, old school 5-speed automatic. And then the Charger with the carbon fiber hood. Oh yeah. Custom steering wheel. I like that old Ford. That's cool. That's probably my favorite generation of the F-150 right there. If I were to have the boxy design on a truck, it would definitely be that. That's a beauty, pristine over there. I love that. Beautiful old school Ford. Pontiac Trans Am. 5-liter. That's awesome.
One time Sherry Nixon threw her.
Volkswagen bus. Look at that. Old Ford Mustang. Drag car. On an old flatbed. That's awesome. Mustang. Polaris. C28. Monte Carlo. All green. A lifted Camry monster truck. That's cool. Toyota Camry monster truck. That's awesome. Hopefully Hot Wheels will have the license to do a Toyota Camry monster truck if they ever make a Toyota Camry casting. Alright, I'll try and get this in. With the music playing, you got the Vortec V8 and a Trailblazer, 2003 Trailblazer. The sound system in the back. That's cool. Gray Trailblazer. Then the 370 carbon Carbon fiber everywhere. Oh yeah. Ranger. Legacy. Rebel. Oh, AMC Rebel. That's right. I can't remember who made the Rebel, but it was AMC. And Firebird.
You should have came with me to get them all. Like I'm not with you. Can someone come?
Thunderbird. IROC Z on camera. And also IROC Z. 80s Camaro. Early 90s. Because it carried over into 91, I want to say, 92. That's cool. Four-door Impala. Oh, more. Oh yeah, and the Chrysler Crossfire. Nice. Oh, there we go. Turbo diesel V8. It's probably got the 7.3 in it, which is probably my favorite powertrain to get in those. Beetle. Alright, here where music isn't being played. Like the flames on that hot rod. T-bucket. Yeah, that was the signature thing. Got the steering wheel to be onto the floor. Ford T-bucket. Truck. Shelby GT350. Era from that time period. From the 90s. Yeah. Old school Lincoln. Lincoln Premier. 1957. I want to take a look at that Riviera for a second. I love this weird old stuff from the 90s. Yeah, old supercharged 3800 V6. 240 horsepower at the time. From GM. Don't know how well you can see in there, but yeah. The gauge cluster was kind of hers is green. Yeah. Turbo Boxer 4. Oh. Look at that engine bay. Honda Civic hatchback. Get this real quick. Stick shift. Yeah. Custom Back to the Future time machine. A lot of effort and money went into this thing to turn it into the Back to the Future time machine that it is. Old Mustang. 03 New Edge. 4th gen. Yellow Harley. Old school tow truck. Old Ford shoebox. I know whose car this is. Yeah. Old Ford. K5 Blazer. Let's see if I can get this in frame. There we go. For the most part. Mustang. Corvair, the old Corvair here. I want to look at the purple on that Chevy over there. And the good old Ford Edsel. What year is this one? 58, it looks like. With an orange and white interior. Orange and tannish, creamish white interior. That's cool. Old Ford Edsel. God, the tail on this thing's long. It's convertible too, it looks like. I never realized the tail end on those things are long. Longer than even some Cadillacs from back in the day. I love that purple paint. '55 Chevy. Yeah. Oh, red stripe wheels, red lines. It's like a Coupe de Ville, it looks like. That's cool. Old school Cadillac Coupe de Ville, it looks like. Or Series 62. Yep, Coupe de Ville, 1966. Barracuda. Okay, a little bit. Yeah, there's so much stuff here, guys. I'm not going to be able to record all of it, especially with there being obviously music in the background as well. Ooh, look at those off-road beasts over there. We'll get to those in a second. Suspension. Got the old school Toyotas and the Colorado or Colorado. That's awesome. We'll skip on Colorado or Colorado, as this one's called. Modified jack suspension. Look at that. Any of you seen an Opel GT that looks like this? Usually most of the ones you may think of are just like what we got in the States, the Saturn Sky and the Pontiac Solstice, which is what, you know, obviously it became later on in other markets, but it was also a Daewoo sold in other markets, but we got the Pontiac Solstice and the Saturn Sky back in the day. But other foreign markets got the Opel version, the Opel GT. This is an R30 Skyline. I had an R33 one year, but this is an R30, I'm pretty sure. This particular one. Yeah. Left-hand drive, as they all were, because you have to import them if they're 25 years old or older. And obviously these are much older than 25 years here in the United States.
That's cute.
Yeah, good old R30 Skyline. Harley. The flames. Sweet. Look at that, all white. Look at that. Bright white everywhere.
76.
Oh, that's awesome. That is. Oh yeah. I love the guy who owns it too. That's awesome.
Miles per gallon. We call them waves per mile.
We got Austin Healey. Sorry about the finger in the camera.
We did a few upgrades on it so it's more drivable.
Yeah.
As long as he's with us, he's happy. Bernie's Mountain Dog.
Valhalla. Interesting. Three-wheel car. Looks a lot like the Morgan that Hot Wheels recently made, the Morgan 3-wheel car. Yeah. And we'll glance over a few. Yeah, I'll glance over a few of these, and I'll check in on something that on some cars that I think are cool, but and then I'll get to the end of this video. So I'll see you then, everyone.
Gets the grade.
Little Olds. Black on black with gold pinstriping. An old wooden truck. Flatbed truck, dump truck. Volkswagen bus here, right over here.
Oh, don't worry, it'll come back. We're running out of raisins.
Look at that. Old school. Alright. The back hatch area. Nice. Ford. Yeah, MG. The old Woody. That's awesome. And his wagon. Yeah, the old Woody wagon. An old chrome. Hot rod. Delivery hot rod. Ooh, I like those red velvet seats. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Good job.
Ooh, Triumph TR6. This one's got red line wheels, red line tires. Let's get this in. I'll have to talk a little bit more because of the music. But that's cool. Plymouth GTX in black. Orange engine. Very cool. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's pretty cool. And then the Shelby GT 500. 07, maybe. But pretty cool. Alright, Subaru XT, all modified. You don't see these anymore. These were like rare as it is. I didn't even know these even existed until like last year or whatever. This one's modified, all lifted and everything. But yeah, this was an all-wheel drive coupe that Subaru made. Actually four-wheel drive, because all-wheel drive didn't exist in the 90s. But this was a four-wheel drive coupe from Subaru back in the day, years ago. A very rare combination to see a four-wheel drive coupe from Subaru, but they were known for giving four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive in Subaru models, and obviously still to this day. But yeah, that's the old Subaru XT, the four-wheel drive, all modified into a monster car. I've never really seen one of these up close either, so we'll see. All JDM modified. Look at that heart-shaped steering wheel. That's cool. Crystal clear, bubbly looking. That's cool. Automatic, but I don't care. I don't mind if it's automatic or manual. I'm fine with either one, even though that does turn off a lot of car enthusiasts just because it's an automatic. But I don't mind it because I can't drive a stick anyways. But yeah, good old Honda Del Sol. What year is this one? 96. I don't remember when was the last year for the Del Sol, but it was definitely one of the last ones, that's for sure. Ireland. Kia Sorrento. Look at that. But yeah, we rented that when we went to Ireland. That Kia Sorrento back there. Yeah. Those wagon. And then the TC. Very cool. We'll get that on film for sure. A lowered Woody compared to the other one that was over here, a couple other ones. Very cool. Might as well get the weird stuff while I can. It's like, why not? 07 Odyssey. It's like, why not? Get this in there. But this is a time capsule right here, folks. I love this generation of this Ford F-150. Late 80s, early 90s. This is the type of square body truck I would like right here. I like this more than the square body Chevys a lot more personally. Might be biased since I've always been a Ford guy, but I love this generation, the square body style of trucks, but especially the F-150. That is awesome. What year is this one? There's the engine over here. 1990, so yeah, one of the last few years before they redesigned it. Very awesome. Flattish looking interior. That is very cool. Collector. Check this out, guys. If you didn't see my other video at the car show down in Skokomish, the yesteryear car show down in Skokomish at the Lucky Dog Casino. I have this as my picture on Instagram, my profile picture. It is so cool. That instantly wins me over every time. Because I always collect this stuff. Look at that. Just beautiful. Probably takes hours to set this up too, but it is so worth looking at, especially as a die-cast collector like me.
700 G.
Absolutely awesome. That is so cool. Saturn Sky. Nice Ecotech. Turbo 4, 2-liter 4-cylinder that these had. 250 horsepower that they got at the time. Shared with the Pontiac Solstice at the time. But like I said earlier, sold overseas as the Opel GT, as well as a sold as a Daewoo as well, but I forgot what the Daewoo version's called. That was sold in other markets. But yeah, this is the top of the line, red line, with the 2-liter, 250 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder. Automatic, but you could get them with the manual, but this one has an automatic. Sorry, car enthusiast, but that's very cool. And then the old school Crown Vic, the old P71 Police Interceptor, the old plastic hard seats. But yeah, that's cool. Good old 4.6 liter modular V8, 250 horsepower at the time that these made. Starting in 2005 up until 2011 at that power, until they discontinued the Panther platform, which shared the Mercury Grand Marquis as well as the Lincoln Town Car at the time. But yeah, very cool. Old school Ford Crown Victoria, all preserved for the sheriffs here in Shelton. We got the lowrider group over here. Oh yeah, the Monte Carlos.
This is a pure post.
This one? What's this one?
Look at this paint, guys. I don't know how well you can see that on camera with the glare, but it's like super shiny, metallic blue. You probably can't see it too well because of the glare, but it's beautiful though. Yeah, a donk. Oh yeah, this one's a Regal. I wasn't sure if this one was a Monte Carlo or a Regal, but yeah, this one's a Regal, 1986. Buick Regal with the big honkin' 30s on it. Or 28s, however big these rims are. Jeep Wrangler. Very cool. Yeah, I can never figure out what this thing is. It looks like a Ford GT in the front, but it looks like a Callaway or a McLaren 575 or from the side, but it's a GTM. It's a mix of a few cars of what it looks like a McLaren 12C or 575, and then a Ford GT in the front is what it looks like to me, but very cool car nonetheless.
The sad thing about the car, it's very difficult to get them. They're on a waiting, they're back ordered for 2026, you can't get them anymore, and 2027 is probably sold out.
But yeah,
To have the money right then to work.
a rare thing to see over here.
It took the guy probably
Very cool supercar. Yeah, and we'll get the Impala in here.
and you build the whole car yourself, and it'll go just as fast as speed. And it's completely track ready.
Since it's one of the newest top of the line Mustang you can get right now, with the Ricardo racing seats, 6-speed stick, one of the very last old school manual sports cars you can still buy in today's market, with obviously the Camaro being discontinued, and Chrysler's going to the turbocharged inline 6-cylinder Hurricane inline 6-cylinder with the Charger, and got rid of the Challenger and all that. And then we got the California Special Mustangs. Very cool. Love the Bridgestone tires on that. I don't know how well you can see that, but I love the Bridgestone tires on that. That's cool. 5-speed manual that these had at the time. 5th generation Mustang. C8 back there and a C5. A 2000 C5 Corvette. Automatic, but still neat to see. And then the more modern day Corvette, the C8 2023. And then for the JDM freaks out there you go. Honda Accord Coupe. I think. Old VTEC.
I think it sat outside for a while. And I just saw somebody do that with WD-40. Nick's got a lot of it.
I believe this is an Accord Coupe. I want to say. Yep. Accord SE. What year is this one? This is like late 80s, early 90s. Probably early 90s, I want to say. I don't see the sticker anywhere. Still cool though. Late 80s, early 90s. Honda Accord Coupe. With the stick in there. There, you don't see too many of those. It's a rare, unique thing that you don't see very much at all, so this may be the last car I'll record on here. But anyways, great turnout. Thankfully no rain. Yesterday morning there was some rain, but there isn't supposed to be rain today. At least as far as I know, there wasn't supposed to be rain, but yeah, cool old school Myers makes. And we'll pan around one more time and end it here at the 2025 Forest Festival Car Show here in Shelton, Washington. Thanks for watching, everyone, and stay safe out there.